well, sorry for the cutoff. We miss Marlon very much because she's usually in charge.
Yeah, we need Mar.
I just, um, I accidentally cut off the intro. So
Well,
thanks
here we are.
for joining us.
Hello,
There. Okay,
everybody.
there. That's better. Okay, guys. So thanks for joining us. Who is here
We have
today? Let's.
Kathy, Donna, Maria. Tell us where you're watching from today.
Hi, June. Hi, Byron. Nita from Georgia. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, Sally. So today I'm in the hot seat. Let's see. Melly Rock. Is that your real name, Melly Rock? Like Melly, you rock.
I love
That's it.
that.
Hi, Mimi. Okay. Just putting everyone on the screen so they can see themselves. Hi, Camille. Anita. Texas. How is it in Texas? What's the weather like? We have few people from Texas. How you all doing? is that how you say it? Oh, more Texas. Tennessee. Oh, I loved. Oh, Tennessee's gonna be beautiful now.
Yeah.
All the fall leaves turning colors. New Jersey, Ohio. Okay, welcome, welcome. So glad that you guys could join us today.
What are you working on today?
So today I'm working on Halloween cookies. I haven't done a lot of Halloween stuff this year, so I decided to do at least. I have actually two projects. One is being released the right after live on Facebook, brand new, really easy, fun. And this one is going to be available on YouTube with a slight variation. Okay. And for this tutorial, I used our bundle number 1 and 2. You see on the screen the left corner and the next slide there. There are two bundles that we released so far, and I'm using the tools from these bundles to create these cookies. So you can get these at Global Belly, and you can find Global Belly through the link that I'm just going to copy here in the comments, so you guys can check it out. And you can also see my recipes and tutorials and also available classes that I'm planning. And I think we can jump right into it. And let me bring up my screen. Do you think you can take care of this comment? I don't know if I missed it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. So this is the shape from that 101 Wilton set. It's 101 cookie cutters, and this is a pumpkin. There is also a larger pumpkin. This is the larger pumpkin. And if you remember a few weeks ago, I used this same pumpkin to create Thanksgiving cookies. These are Thanksgiving table setting cookies. And so I'm using a smaller shape today to make the Halloween cookies. So I'm going to start. I'll show you my little guide. So this is my little guide that I created. Can you guys?
Yeah.
And so I guess if you are coming from Instagram, you know what I'm going to make. But instead of making this cutout template, which would be kind of difficult to use because these sections are so narrow. So I'm just going to have this in front of me. And I'm going to use edible marker to draw these shapes on a cookie.
Hi, Tara.
Is that your friend, Tara?
Yes.
Okay, hi, Tara. So these are kind of like tapered teardrop shapes, if you will.
So you have a template. Are you just kind of like using that as
I will release the template, but I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at my template. It's in front of me here. You can see it here. So I'm just going. Well, this template is actually for the bigger cookie. Okay, so let me back up for a second. So This is a variation of the design that I'm doing today, but this is a larger pumpkin, and it's a different shape pumpkin. It has a different stem, but because I had baked this a while ago, so I wanted to use it.
Yeah.
And so obviously you can fit more of the ghost on the bigger pumpkin. So this is just here for me to like see where I can place them, but I will release a template specifically for this cutter. Okay.
Yeah, this is a very cute design.
Okay. So basically like paisley, if you look at it, it's like a lot of paisley shapes. And I'm going to use black and white. These are about 20-second consistency both. If you are worried about cratering or cave-ins in your icing, you can also, I'm not gonna do that, but you can also pipe a zigzag line in the middle of each, let it crust, and then pipe over it. Usually that does resolve the problem with cratering. So let me just cut my bag. So I like to find a seam and press it in the middle and then cut straight across. I'm also going to cut the black one. Did you know you can make black? If you don't have black food coloring, you can make black with, geez, now I'm gonna draw blank. With the yellow, blue, and purple, I think was it? I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
That's a good tip.
So now we're going to,
Oh, there's Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy.
hi Jerry. So guys, I also wanted to ask you, how many of you have gotten my reminder about the live through the newsletter that I'm releasing on Tuesdays before the live, 2 hours before the live, and also on Thursday as a recap and with some other tutorials and from archives and some new stuff.
I
Just let
just
me
put a
know
link.
if it's you if you find it useful, and you can also sign up if you haven't signed up. I put a link in the comment section. Okay.
Hello, thank you for joining. We're working on Halloween cookies today.
And in the bundle, you also will get, if you get the bundle, you also get a scribe. I'm sorry, scribe. This is a 2-in-1 tool. It has a little shovel and also a points end that you can use to smoke the icing.
Anita did get the reminder.
I'm sorry?
Anita got the reminder that you sent out.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Hello, thank you for watching.
What do you have new since last week?
What's that?
What do you have? What's happened since last week? I seen you on Tuesday last week.
Yeah.
It
So
was a big
Tuesday, last Tuesday was my book launch. So that was a busy day because I did the live with you, and then that night I did another live. And then my daughter was home sick all week. So
Is she better?
yeah, she's good now.
Okay.
Didn't really get much done, but she's
I guess
feeling
it's that time of the year, no? Like they bring all the
good.
germs.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, Debbie just signed up for your newsletter.
Thank you. And as far as the mouth and the eyes, you can just go crazy. They don't have to be the same. I don't mean crazy, crazy. I mean, you know what I mean. You can get creative. And these could be also done in a variety of colors. If you think you could make these ghosts in different colors. Do you find these cute or a little scary?
Those are cute.
Yeah, okay, good.
Do you want to talk about icing consistency? Because Anita's having some trouble getting hers right.
Loose enough to do, but I don't wet. Oh, um, have you counted? Have you counted your icing, or is it just are you just eyeballing it? Counting really helps, but I don't mean like one, two. I mean like with a timer.
With a timer, yeah. Get a timer out and
Um, because with wet on wet, like it really does matter, you know. Like if it's even like let's say if it's 4 seconds over, it could really make a difference. And also like how big is your cookie that you're trying to decorate, and you have to also think about your ambient temperature, and if you have a fan, like we talk about this a lot. If you have, let's say, fan running, are you working by the stove? When is it running? Is it emitting any heat? So this would also like affect how fast your icing is crusting. So if you're trying to do any wet on wet, yes, this is actually about 20 seconds, 20 to 25, 20 seconds about, yes. It's thicker because I don't want to have any like craterings, even though like if you think about it, I'll show you in a second. I did get a little bit of a cave in on one of the ghosts, and it happened on the mouth. So it's actually really cool because it's like there's like a little.
Jeremy thinks it's time for you to write a book.
Sure, thank you. Yes, it's been in making for 20 years. Yes.
Yeah.
It's in my head. But you can tell us how you tell us from your experience? It is pretty difficult, right? Stressful to write a book.
It is stressful, yeah, and it gives you, it doesn't, it takes up all your time. So remember last year I was not really able to do the lives very much because I was working on the book.
But it's very rewarding, right? It's like it's so rewarding. I mean,
well, yeah, because once it's done and then you have a book, so it's like it's worth it. But it's like it's a really big chunk of time that has to go into it.
yes, definitely. I do use meringue powder. I do have both recipes for. I have a recipe with meringue powder, fresh egg whites, and also pasteurized egg whites on my blog. I myself prefer using meringue powder, but on occasion, if I run out, I will use fresh egg whites from a credible source, so I don't risk having salmonella poisoning. Although in the States, you can get pasteurized in-shell eggs. They are usually white. Not all stores carry them. They have a stamp that says red. It's a red stamp with a small P in the center. So that's how you know. You might want to ask someone in the store because it's not always obvious if they have them or don't have them or where they have them. Um, it's very encouraging. Thanks, Jeremy.
And how long are you going to let those cookies dry before?
Now, like I said, I made two designs. So in this design, this is airbrushed. Okay, so I would just let it crust if you are trying to airbrush. But I will have this detailed tutorial out tomorrow on my YouTube channel. So also don't forget to follow me on YouTube so you don't miss any new tutorials. But these we're going to paint, and we have to let these dry. These have to be completely dry if you want to paint. Okay, if you don't have an airbrush, you could also use purple dust, like a edible dust or color dust, not the luster dust, to just shade the edges with purple. But I will use some edible paint. So, and of course, I forgot to. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. I forgot to bring my food color.
And you don't use corn syrup, right?
I generally, on occasion, I will if somebody requests softer bite royal icing, because as you know, royal icing, it does dry hard, not like rock hard. You can still bite through it. You're not gonna break your teeth, but some people prefer softer bite. So yes, you can add corn syrup. I in the past when I have done it, I would add like a quarter cup per batch, like max. I haven't tried more, and it does help. Okay,
And
so
Carmen
sorry,
was
I think I'm making you confused. So I'll just okay. So So these are two same designs, but different approach of decorating the cookies. Okay, so this one is airbrushed, and you don't really have to wait for the ghosts to completely dry. I would just recommend that you let them crust because you have to go pretty close to the cookie to be able to just airbrush the edges with the gun. And these have been painted, so you have to let those dry.
Okay. So you airbrush the ones with the sparkling sugar and the other ones you did not.
Sugar, exactly.
And Karova
Thank
subscribed to
you.
the newsletter. Oh yeah, that would be nice.
That would be also really nice.
Cozy with fall.
Very nice.
colors. Hello, Camille, by the way.
I'm gonna see. This is an all. I have to say. I have to say this is an all food coloring. It's the same color that I used, but let's see if it's going to come out as purple, or do I have to get?
Because yeah, sometimes the pink
It's
can
blue.
kind of fade.
It's blue. You see, it's blue.
Yeah.
Should we go with blue?
Yeah, let's go with blue.
You want to go with blue?
Try it.
Let's
It'll be like a midnight
okay, guys.
sky.
So we could do. I could get up.
I know.
I don't want to. And get the correct color. So this is. I think this is several years old. This is regal purple, and it's several years old. So I think it can happen.
Yeah, so pink tends to fade over time.
Yeah.
So the pink is probably just gone from that, you know?
What can I do so my cookie doesn't look bumpy? You mean a freshly baked cookie? Um, if so, I guess you are experiencing a lot of bubbles. So that's usually caused by overmixing. But you didn't ask about that. You asked what can you do. So try not overmix. You can also as soon as the cookies come out. Yes, me too. I do like the airbrush better. I have to say yes. But this is I'm going to show you a neat technique really soon. So you can also flatten the cookie with flat spatula right after it comes out of the oven. If you are getting these bubbles on all your cookies, maybe there is time to reconsider maybe tweaking to the recipe or really like not overmix. You could also try if it's just occasional bubble. Sometimes they just raise in the middle. You could try using a fork and just prick the cookies before you bake them. I have a really handy tool that I picked up here at it's like a dollar store kind of sort of a place. I will put it in a newsletter on Thursday. So
Sign up for the newsletter.
newsletter, okay.
I'll
So
put the link in here again.
Oh no, this is Everclear. I have Everclear. It's a grain alcohol, and I have it in a small bottle. It's just easier to store this in a studio. Otherwise, it's like a liter, quart or more. Um, yeah. So let's see. So I'm just going to. I have a piece of paper towel on hand so I can run my brush. Wow, it's really blue. This is crazy. Kind of purplish maybe in sections. So
Yeah, it's a little, yeah. I think it's nice.
have you had this happen before?
Well,
With you said with pink.
yeah, I mean, well, when I do color, like if there's purple or even with black, like if you try to paint with black food coloring, all the colors kind of separate.
Oh,
That, all the colors that make up the black.
so
So
they
it's
separate.
like
So
green and
is that why you prefer dust?
yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. So that's why you prefer dust. Dust doesn't do that. So what kind of black? Is there a black dust?
Yeah, Crystal Colors makes one from sugarpaste.com. So I use that black.
So you don't but in the beginning you did, right? You used food colors
I
to
never really painted with black because it always turned green or brown.
Oh, okay.
And
But
same with if you try to paint, or maybe it was brown that I'm thinking of. If you try to paint with brown food coloring, it's green. It'll turn green.
if you try to paint with brown, it will take green.
Yeah, if you put brown gel food coloring in a little dish and mix it with liquid,
It will take
it
green.
does not look good. So
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
very
don't do a lot of painting, and if I do, it wouldn't be. I guess it would be more like a bright color. So this was like super easy. You just run that over, and I think we can flood this. Oh, let me show you something. Okay, so
What brand of meringue powder do you use?
I use Wilton. I'm an old-fashioned gal. I use Wilton. It's been around for many years, and I've been using it for ever since I started 14 years ago. So,
Me too.
like I said in the beginning, I'm trying to show you what you can do with a bundle, with two bundles. Our beginner cookie decorating toolbox bundles that we released last month, and they're available on Global Belly. So because these bundles, number one and two, there is no sending sugar. So I wanted to create something that would be kind of like sending sugar, minus the sparkle, because I can't really, do that. So what I did, I spread some purple royal icing on parchment, and then I used the rolling pin to really thin it out, so it's not a very bulky sheet. So I'm just going to peel that off, and then what I did, I broke this up. You can break it up into small pieces, and I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. Hi,
Thank
Karen.
you, Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte ordered your book.
Thank you.
Make sure to take a picture with the book.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that
Okay.
during our commercial break.
Yes. All right. So I'm just going to. So I think you get the idea. You peel that off, and you crush it. It's like a anger management. You can
Mm-hmm.
bag these small pieces of icing.
All right, send me a link to that, Sally. I know you will. Just a reminder, send a link so I can see.
So I know this is not like sending sugar, but this experiment led me to another discovery that I could use this to create a fur texture, which will be great on like a teddy bear or, maybe a coming Christmas polar bear.
Mm-hmm. Um, so what do you think about somebody who can't
Yes, you can get good at anything if you set your mind to it. But start small, so you don't set up yourself for a
yeah,
failure. Um, I would say like it can be so intimidating because if you look online, there are so many different cookies decorated in different way. But I just released a beginner guide to cookie decorating, and I think Amber also on her blog has a similar page that kind of covers the beginner side of cookie decorating, recipes, royal icing. I think most frustration comes with royal icing consistency, not getting it
yeah,
right, because then it's like it's either not too stiff or it's too runny. You can do this with that. So I think if once you get that down a little bit, it will be much easier. And try doing wet on wet designs first, like marbling, feathering, and things like that. Oops, I got my table already. All right. So now I'm going to use purple.
yeah. I've tried doing art on like canvas and it does not, I just am not as good as
Oh,
I,
you've tried?
Yeah, like I mean, I have some paintings around the house, but I can only do like abstract paintings, but like on a cookie I can paint roses and I can just like paint portraits of people, but if it's on paper or canvas, I can't.
Who says you can? You?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sure you can. I don't believe you. Sorry.
So yeah, Jesse was saying that if the black can fade to green sometimes if it's exposed to the air.
Oops.
Thank you for ordering, Beth. I hope you have fun with the book.
So now I'm going to. Oh, here it is. Oh, sorry. I'm going to. Can I freeze the dough? Yes, absolutely.
But what about freezing
Oh, hold
again?
on. I cut out shapes. Freeze the dough. Cut out shapes. Yes, you can freeze again.
Again.
Because it's baked, yes, it's baked.
Okay.
I wouldn't refreeze already, like I wouldn't bake cookies, freeze them, and then decorate and freeze them again. Just if
Right.
you freeze them once, that's okay. You can, but the dough it's not baked.
Yes.
I
Keep
do
trying
have
to
a
practice.
detailed, and I'm thinking Amber as well, detailed tutorial on the royal icing consistency, and just yeah, just keep trying. I think. I think the most important is to understand. I think the flood and the piping. If you get that right, Okay, so it kind of looks like a little bit of fur, right?
Yeah.
We're going to do.
Or you could do like a purple Halloween monster with that, with
What
the
do you mean?
fuzzy texture.
Oh yes, yes, the fuzzy texture.
That would
You
be
could,
cute.
you could color it with green. I think that would be neat.
Yeah.
What's his name? Um, from Mike's University. You know the purple monster.
Yeah, right. Monsters Inc.
Is that what his name is?
I don't know what his name is. What's the
Okay.
somebody knows. What's the name?
I know one is called Mike, but the other one with I think he's got horn and he's got like purple body and
Hmm.
pink spots. I
Help
don't
us
know.
out.
Help us out. So now I'm using this is a
Sully. Thank you.
number. This is number 16. Actually, you can also. Oh, Sally, yes. Or you can also use number 14. It's a small star tip. It is also great for cookie decorating. And this one is included in Sally. Sally.
Everybody knows except us.
Everybody knows about us. Yes.
We know. We will remember forever. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes, that would be cute.
So I colored my royal icing ivory. This one is slightly darker, and I let it dry so we can paint it with gold. And here I've got some gold that I was using earlier. And what happens when you add alcohol to it, like I'm using Everclear, or you could also use vodka. Anything with high content alcohol is great because you don't want to use,
Wait,
yeah,
before you paint, why don't you tell us what you've got going on? We'll take our little,
what I have going on.
yeah,
Um, so,
classes, bundles,
yeah.
tools.
So I have a class coming up on November 5th, and it's there are still spots available. It's a Zoom class, which means it's a class that you can join anywhere in the world, and it's a live class, so I will be there. It's not pre-recorded, so you can ask me questions, and we will make succulents that you can then use later And when I say later, I mean you can use them a year later.
I was going to say years later.
I do urge you to use them right away because Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, and I think these could be incorporated for that as well. But these will last for a long time. And I will teach you how to color oil icing. We'll talk about different shapes and piping tips, and you'll learn how to make these beautiful succulents in a class. And you can still sign up through the link that I'm gonna post here. So there are all the classes listed in there. I also have some Christmas classes available, but those are going to be in December. So those are coming up. So you can also look at those if you are interested.
Nice.
And yeah, I think that's it for now. Yeah. What do you have going on? Let us see your the book.
This
And
is
where
what I've got going on. This is it.
let's see. I'm gonna
I
bring
saw
you.
Camille has one, Leanne has one, Sally.
Have you been getting any pictures with?
Yeah, so I'm sending out these little Halloween pins. I'm picking 20 people who post a picture of the book. Not like a screenshot from Amazon, but a picture of the book in their possession. And then just tag me or send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll get your mailing address so I can send you one of these cute little pins as a thank you for buying and sharing my book. That's the book.
Everybody's loving your book.
So my grandmother texted me last week and she said it was an encyclopedia, which I was very proud of. Thank you, Grandma.
Oh, Julie wants a personalized copy.
Ooh, all right. Send me a message, Julie.
All right, so now I'm going to add. This is Everclear. I'm using a drop.
Let's
Oh,
put you back.
let's put me back. You want to draw that in, and then you can see this is dry. You see this is dry luster dust, and this is what happens normally when you add alcohol to it. You use it for painting, and then you can leave it in a palette, and it dries up, and then you can reuse it, which is really great.
What brand is that? It's so shiny.
Yes, this is a different brand, so I'm gonna show it in a second. This is a Sugar Flare. I picked it up here. That's the one I think I told you. I bought it so excited, and then I came home. I'm sorry, this is ripped. Gold Sparkle Edible Luster Flare. So I bought this. It was expensive, and I came home and it was only half full. I was so like, must have been like an odd, like.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, this is like gold for us. So yeah, it's very very shiny. So I just add a little bit. You don't want to dilute it too much because then it's going to take several coatings of this to make a nice coverage.
I love purple for Halloween.
Me too. Me too. So this one, I think this one wasn't painted enough. You see, I think the airbrush really does bring out the design. It's just a different technique, and it does make a difference. So yeah, so this is me for today.
So cute. I love those.
Oh, we do have a question. How do you get your book in Sri Lanka?
I don't know. I don't know like where, because it's the publisher decides where it's sold and who carries it. But if you Google Cookie Canvas by Amber Spiegel, then you should, you can find out how to get it near you. It is available as an ebook. I saw Liza was asking about that as well. So yeah, you can get the ebook version, but Google it and see if it's available near you. Thank you for that question.
Karen, yes, it would. I'm expecting you to make it.
Yes, and Sally's gonna make it too.
Of course. Shocking, yes. I will show you because I talked about before. You see the cratering. So
Oh
here,
yeah, can you tilt it a little so we can see? Oh
see,
yeah.
you see this one?
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my
So
tool.
that's a time when cratering actually works out.
This is a cratering that it's actually really neat because like it gives it more like a maybe a little sinister look.
Yeah.
So it works out, but this is what cratering looks like. See, sometimes there is even a hole in there. So this was a really narrow section, and I think my black was a bit runnier than
Hmm.
I liked, so that's why it happened. Although you see, it didn't happen anywhere else. So like this is also a tiny section. So
Interesting.
sometimes it's like really interesting how that
Yeah.
happens. So like I said, if you want to avoid that, you could try piping a zigzag line in the middle. If you have a narrow section anywhere on your cookie, not just this design, but in the future, and then let it crust and then pipe icing over it. Just make sure that you don't make the zigzag line higher than
Right.
your finished flood, because then it actually creates like a bump there, like you can see it through. Craters, I'll show you how I like to fix my craters. So because we have this
Um, just real quick, this alcohol or lemon extract, I personally prefer to use strong alcohol because it's doesn't leave a taste. Like, if you want your flavor, you want your cookie to be more lemon flavored, you can definitely use that. But I prefer alcohol because you can get a giant bottle of it and lasts forever. And then
yes,
you're answering the question about can
yes,
craters be fixed?
yes. Well, fixed to the point, obviously, because you would have to disassemble the whole, icing. But what I like to do, let me see if I have okay, please, yes. So I'm using black. This is black, right? So the crater here, so it's black. And I just go in and I use a small like brush to flatten it a little bit, just to cover it. Now another way is it's not really fixing, but you can hide it. You can use, for example, not in this case, but if it happens somewhere, on your cookie on another design, you could use a flower, you could use a little bow, a
Mhm.
succulent, or something else to hide it. And then I'm just gonna let it kind of dry. Basically, I'm just filling in with more icing. If it's like, and then if you want it flat, I think and this just like crossed my mind. I don't know if it's even a good idea or not. You could maybe place this on, and it's
Oh
going
yeah.
to dry, all
Hmm.
along.
That's a little
Again,
piece of parchment paper.
the parchment paper. Again, check out my newsletter on Thursday. I will post the results.
All
This
right. That's a good
is how
idea.
I like to fix it. How do you fix your craters?
I just cover them up.
Yeah.
Or I'll put a little like you just did if it's not something that needs to be super smooth, but usually just cover it. Bobby, I was not, but now I am. Thank you. That's a great idea.
Yes,
Isn't
yes,
that a
that's
nice idea? I love that.
a great idea. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, those are super cute cookies. Thanks for your demo today.
Well, as you can see, alcohol. Yes. If I don't know, June, no, another alcohol, not the Everclear.
Yeah.
You really want to be careful, guys. If you are using Everclear or any kind of like strong alcohol, it's very, very strong. So you don't want to hurt yourself. All right. So I think Marlin is going live again on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can join her at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And she has something awesome prepared for you. And then we will be back on Tuesday again next week.
Yeah, it's my turn, I think.
You will be in hot seat.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's still, I don't know, it's still kind of Halloween time. All right, real quick poll. Are we over Halloween or do we want to see more Halloween on Tuesday? So I can figure out what to make next week. Because I'm fine with either one, Halloween or Thanksgiving.
let's wait for the comments and let's answer this question. Is it normal
Um,
that icing smells of eggs?
yeah, so sometimes if you first open your icing container, you kind of like it smells like eggs, but it doesn't taste like that. Like, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I bet this is gonna be, oh, okay. Oh
Oh,
man. It's
going
gonna be like half and half, so
21. Oh, Lisa is definitely over. More Halloween. Halloween. Thanksgiving preferred. Thanksgiving. What is it about Thanksgiving that you would like to see? Anything particular? Because we have done turkeys. What like we've done table setting cookies. What is it that like kind of what are you craving? Halloween, middle of June, Halloween, Christmas Day, Halloween. So I guess you have to do mashed
mashed
potatoes.
potatoes.
Well, that's a challenge for you.
That would actually be cute, like a little plate of Thanksgiving food
Yeah,
made out of cookies.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Tara, you're onto something here. What if
Mashed
it's like, I mean, there's always like kind of like a pumpkin could be both. For example, the pumpkins in my book. See if I can find it real quick.
Brussels sprouts. I actually love Brussels sprouts.
Like, you could do something if you wanted to have more of like a glam
I'm looking at
Thanksgiving.
the pumpkin. If you can you show that again? Because I almost see like you could. Are you thinking of using the pumpkin to make the turkey?
No, but that's another idea.
If you like the middle, if in your direction step by step, the middle it almost looks like the belly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like now I'm
Well,
seeing.
now it looks like a
It's
turkey in a tuxedo.
like yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. But the head is a problem. It's like a
Yeah.
tiny head. But anyway, got, sprouts, burgundy, mustard colors, green, fall colors, Grinch. Thank you, Camille. All right. So maybe you are inspired.
Yeah, I've got some things to think about now.
Mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes, mashed
Well,
potatoes.
maybe I'll just do another one real quick on Instagram, a poll. So I'll take
Okay.
these into consideration and
Leaves. I also love leaves. Oh, boogie Thanksgiving. I also love yeah leaves and fall colors.
cornucopia. Tara.
Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining us today. Um, Let me just grab our slide here. Oh, thank you. And we'll see you next
Okay.
week. Bye.
Bye.